Alright, today we're going to be reviewing the P-Touch Label Maker by Brother. This is like the 300 I don't know what it's. I think the model's like 3 something, 300, I don't know. I just know the price was also like $300, which kind of sucks, but it's a really good label maker. So I'm going to show you a couple things about it. Comes with this nice case, comes with a couple pieces of label tape, which is pretty nice too. I will say that give this 2 years with somebody that really, it's not their tool, they just don't care. This little thin piece right here that lets it hinge open and close, that's plastic. All right, that is going to snap. I'm just waiting for the day. Unfortunately, you open this, close it too many times, this will just snap right off, and then it'll still lock. You'll have to put it on there, get it right, lock it, and then it just kind of sucks, unfortunately. So, decent case. I don't know how good it would protect it if something really big fell on it, something super heavy, but it's pretty solid plastic. Handle splits apart like this. Open it up. It's got some cushion in there for the screen. Charger. This model is the... well, dang, I really thought it'd say it on the device. I was completely wrong about the number. It is the E560BT or PTE510. I don't know. It's the nice one. I typically go all out with my tools. So, pretty sleek design. Very lightweight, hold in one hand, but it still feels really quality. This nice rubber on the keypad. I've had this about a year. No evidence of the keys wearing off. Eventually they will. I've had some older ones of the previous model or generation of this, and the keys eventually they just wear off, unfortunately. This Brother label tape is so expensive. It's ridiculous how expensive this stuff is. Truly. I don't have, there's a fake one that you get off of Amazon that'll fit. It's the same dimensions as this. It'll fit in here, and it's like maybe a quarter of the cost. I really hate to say it. I mean, I really do, but that tape is garbage, and it can break this. I've seen where that tape will jumble up and it'll seize up motors on these. It's just no bueno. Just go ahead and, it sucks, but fork out the money. Just get these. They last a decent amount of time unless you're doing a big project that requires, say, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of labels be printed off. You're probably going to burn through a couple of these, which sucks because I think a 2-pack of this 24 tape is like $40. It's ridiculous. But very easy to get to the tape section. You just hold that. This is like a clip, comes right off. It won't let you print with the back off because it's a couple buttons have to be pressed or whatever. It's easy. It's got this lithium-ion battery, so you charge it. This is the new model with USB-C. Super convenient. You can also plug it into a computer and use a computer app. This will pop right out if you ever had to replace this, so very easy. All right, now the tape. It's very important. It's very important that you get this perfectly straight on here. You don't just want to cram it in here, whichever way, smash it. You'll end up warping this, the label tape itself, and it will not go back. I mean, if you are really careful and you try, you can get it back on track, but you're going to end up wasting like a good quarter of this trying to do that. Pretty complex. It's got different holes, different things for the different size label tapes. So if you stick this in here, it already knows that it's 24 millimeter. If you stick one of the thin, the 6s or the 9s or whatever, it's going to have different holes. It's going to know that it's the 6, which is really cool. The counterfeit, aftermarket, whatever you want to call it, that kind of tape, it does the same thing. So it's not exclusive to the Brother brand, but golly, this tape is just infinitely better than those counterfeits. So when you're putting it in here, make sure that it is completely lined up. I just barely have it in there. I wiggle it, make sure it's hooked to something, and then just almost, just gently drop it in there. And then if it's still not in there, just give it a little tiny press and it falls right into place. If you start smashing and crashing this in here, that'll bind up. It'll get tape all in the motors back in here, and it will just ruin this device. And this is like a $350 label maker, so definitely don't want to be doing that. This model is really cool because it will connect to Bluetooth on your phone. There's an app. The previous gen, the 50 or the 20 or the 520, 550, I don't remember. It has an app too with Bluetooth, and it sucks. It is terrible. With this newer model, you can even print out pictures. Like if I sent a picture of my face to it, it'd be really grainy, so don't expect like HP printer quality. It's not going to give you that. It's got to be a low quality, low resolution image, and it'll kind of get the gist. This is like a whale meme. That's a beluga whale shrugging, basically saying like, oh well. But that's an example of something it can print off. The closer you get, the more you realize that this printer has some limitations on pictures. If I try to do like a complex, I don't even know, like a speaker or something, mesh net, it's gonna like freak out. But the further away that you get from it, the better it looks, obviously. So it's really not designed for pictures, is what I'm trying to say. If you're expecting this to be like a picture printer, then sorry. All right. Power button, powers right up. Clear. Clear the text. All these different sorts of presets. It shows you your power right here. So I've got 2 out of the 3 bars. It goes up to 3 bars. It'll auto dim to save battery. Then when I start typing something, it will light right back up. Well, another thing, if you're fast with the keys, it's gonna skip. See, there's only one L. Oh, looking at the wrong thing. If I do, see how I did that fast? It's gonna freak it out. So same thing with the backs. Oh, well, it did that time. If you're doing it, just don't be in a rush. There you go. And then you can delete it, hold it down, single delete, whatever you want to do. If I want to do, say I'm doing like a numbers and I don't want to type out, what is this? General. So let's do, I don't know, anything, basically. If I want to do like 20, I can do that. Hit the serialize button right here. Go over, and actually an escape. That's not how you do it. You always want to do 0, put a 0 in front of it. That way it'll go to the next set of numbers, 1 through 10, then 10 to 20. So serialize, specify the range. I want to do this. It's important that you highlight both numbers, the 0 and the 1. Hit enter, and then let's just say I'm gonna do 35. Hit enter. Boom, now you've got 35, and you hit print. It's gonna ask if you want to print all of them or just one of them or specific range. You just hit enter. They all print out in a long chain that you can break apart. I'm not gonna do that because my 24 millimeter tape is low and I buy this stuff myself. So hold down the power button, turns right off, super easy. Comes with a USB-C cable that I lost, so this is a different USB-C cable. Not sure where that came from. Comes with a little ruler in here, some app information. Comes with a QR code to scan for the app as well. Plenty of space. This is different from the case that comes with the 50 model. This is the 60 or whatever I showed at the beginning of the video. This model has better layout for storage label tape. The other one, it had something like this, and then it had a big like hollow shelf underneath where you couldn't stick your hand in, but it was thin enough to shove these into it. So you'd have a bunch of these in there, shove them under, and then you'd have to be reaching, your hand is real thin, you could barely get to them. You'd have to shake the case down to see what you had. I like this because it gives you a lot of storage space. Here, gives you storage space. Up here for decent size ones, either 224s or 3.9s or whatever. This I use for like charger, the cable and stuff, and then it will close right down like that. If I feel that there's like, it's not wanting to close or something, I'll typically look up here. Normally it's something over here, or I just wiggle this to make sure it lines up. Sometimes it won't. And then, if it closes right back down, use the latches. And there we go. I think I got this off of Amazon for $100 off. It was like maybe $250 something, which is not the end of the world. Good for any application. Labeling tools, power tools, stuff at home, whatever you need it for. It's pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the plastic case, like I explained earlier. One day this will break. Might be a year, might be 2, might be tomorrow, don't know. But that will break. And then I'll have to buy a new case for that or something, because that label maker, I wouldn't trust it rolling around. So this has been my quick little review for the P-Touch label maker, the model 560 or whatever it was. Appreciate you sticking around.